Hi guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my channel. Now this cake tastes more amazing on the second and even better on the third day, and you can make this well in advance. It's a cake which uses 3 different types of milk, and if you haven't guessed it already, it's my Terry's chocolate orange Tres Leches cake, which is also known as milk cake. So let me run through what you need and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need is an instant packet of cake mix. I'm using vanilla flavour here. I've got 3 medium eggs. I've got 90 millilitres of oil. You can use butter or margarine if you wish. I've got 2 bottles of valencian orange extract. I've got 180 millilitres of water. I've got 130 grams of icing sugar here. I've got 600 millilitres of fresh double cream. I've got 1 can of light evaporated milk. I've also got a can of light condensed milk here because I don't want it to be too sweet. And I've also got Terry's chocolate orange segments, which we're going to be using to garnish right at the end. Now I'm baking mine in this tray, which I'm going to be serving up in. This is a 35 by 23 centimetre baking tray. All I've done is I've just sort of like grease the edges and the bottom with butter, and then place the baking parchment into the bottom. And once the cake cooks and cools, I'll take it out, remove the parchment and put the cake back in here, and then obviously we're going to finish it up and serve it in here. So let's start cooking. First of all, we're going to start by preheating our oven to 160 degrees Celsius. And then we're going to take our cake batter and add that into a bowl. Add in our water. The oil. The eggs. And we're going to add the whole bottle of the orange extract. Because this isn't quite strong in flavour, it will need a whole bottle of this extract. And then we're going to mix this for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's smooth and creamy. And there we have the cake batter nicely mixed, and all we're going to do is we're going to transfer it to our baking tray. So just gently pour the batter in. And now that goes in to a preheated oven for about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, I'll take it out and check it by inserting a cocktail stick right into the center of the cake. And if it comes out clean, it's cooked. And if it isn't, I will just keep it in for a few minutes longer. So I'll see you guys back in about 30 minutes time. Right guys, my cake has baked, and I'm just going to insert a cocktail stick right into the center and show you that it's fully cooked, so it's come out nice and clean. Now, before we make the cake syrup, what we need to do is we need to take a fork, and we're going to go around and we're going to just prick it all over. So once we sort of like pour over our cake syrup, the sponge is going to absorb that really nicely. There we are, and just set that aside, and now we're going to make the cake syrup. Right guys, I completely forgot again to mention that you're going to need 2 cups of whole milk, which is blue top, for the cake syrup. So in my large jug here, I've got 2 cups of whole milk, and to that I'm going to add the evaporated milk straight in. And then in with the condensed milk. And then just give everything a good mix. Just make sure it's well combined. There we are. Right guys, now that this is done, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take maybe about a cup to a cup and a half of syrup out, like so, and just reserve that to basically pour when I serve into individual plates. And now we're going to take our cake and we're going to pour this over evenly, so all of that cake is covered in this beautiful syrup. And it may seem like a lot of it, but the cake will absorb all of that. And set that aside, and now we will make our topping for this. Right, to make the cream topping, I've got my cream in a large bowl, and to that I'm going to add my icing sugar. And I'm going to go in with about a tablespoon of the orange extract. And I'm going to try this once it's mixed in, combined into this. And if more is needed, I'm going to add more in. But again, it's down to personal preference. If you like it, you know, a lot more stronger, then you need to add more in. I'm going to try it and then I'm going to see, because sometimes it's just all depends on the brand of the extract you use. Some are slightly stronger than others. So I always advise that when you use extract, add a small amount in first and then try it. And if more, you need to add more in, then obviously go in with more. And now we're going to whip this until it's got soft peaks. So I'm just going to try a little bit. Probably needs a tablespoon more for my liking, because you do want the orange flavour to come through. Right guys, the cream frosting is done. Is nice and fluffy and soft, and we are now going to pipe this onto our milk cake. Right, to pipe this, I'm using a piping bag, and I've just placed my cream topping into that with a nozzle. It's a star nozzle, and it is a Wilton 2D nozzle that I'm using. So just grab hold of your piping bag, and you can pipe whichever sort of like design, whichever way you fancy, but this is how I'm going to be piping this. So from one corner, go all the way across halfway and just do this kind of pattern. It's just one of the easiest patterns to do. And we're just going to continue the second. A lot of piping. There we are, that's the piping done. And to garnish this, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a segment of Terry's chocolate orange and just going to grate it straight on top like that. Just broken. And to finish off, I'm just going to take these pieces of Terry's chocolate segments, and I'm just going to place them on. And I'm just going to place them so that each sort of like portion gets a segment of this chocolate orange. So there you have it guys, my Terry's chocolate orange Tres Leches cake is ready, which is also known as milk cake. I'm going to pop this into the fridge for 30 minutes before I serve it up, so it sort of like chills really nicely, and then I'll tell you guys exactly how it is. Right, okay guys, I have plated up my milk cake, and I've got some of that cake syrup that we reserved, and I'm just going to gently pour it all around. And this is optional, you don't have to do this, but I just think that when you serve it up to your guests, just a little bit of those 3 milks served up with that portion of milk cake just looks really nice and pretty. And now the moment of truth, I'm going to try this and tell you guys exactly how it is. By the way, it smells absolutely divine. The orange extract is just, oh, amazing, and it's just, you can just smell that from the cake and the cream as well. So here goes. That is so silky, so smooth, oh my god, so creamy. That just melts in your mouth, and that's what you want from a milk cake. Oh, just look at that. Just make sure you take all that milk syrup that we made. Oh, totally delicious. Oh my god, Fantastic recipe there for you guys to make. Guys, if you've enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I'll appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. It's free, guys. There's no cost involved. And if you like my content, then just subscribe. And also turn on your bell notifications, because without that, you'll never ever miss another video like that ever again. I'll catch you with another one very soon. Till then, take care and happy eating.